Hi everyone, in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to do your own BOI or beneficial ownership information reporting, which is a new federal regulation that started in 2024, where all entities, all businesses or LLCs need to send information about who the owners of companies are to the federal government. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into Google and type FINCEN, F-I-N-C-E-N, BOI reporting, and click on the fincen.gov site. Don't worry, I'm going to copy and paste that URL and put it on the description. So once you get to the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network website, we're going to see BOI benefit information. We can click on learn more about reporting deadlines. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what it says here. Any company that was created prior to 2024, so any business that was created prior to 2024 will have until January 1st of 2025. So you have a whole year in 2024 to report that. If the company is new, if it was created during 2024, you will have 90 days from the moment you create the company to file. So in this video, we're going to be focusing more on the old companies prior to 2024. We're going to be doing the filing for that later on as I create new companies and I help my clients with new businesses to do the BOI reporting. I will do that. But keep in mind, it's 90 days from the moment you create the company. Now, there's no fees. The government doesn't charge you anything to do this, although some companies will actually charge you for that. If you actually click on some of the sponsored links, like for example, this LegalZoom one, they charge to do the reporting for you. So you can actually scroll down here and see they charge $49 to do the report for you and $200 a year if they do both the BOI reporting and the state annual reports. But notice there are companies out there charging for this service. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this on your own. So let's go back into the FinCEN website and click on File Report using BOI e-filing. And then the website is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to click on Beneficial Ownership Information and click on Get Started or File BOIR. So it's a BOI report. Now you can download the PDF file and do it manually via PDF. I don't recommend it. It's kind of a hot mess. I prefer that you do it online, so I'm not even going to waste any time with that. But if you go into the help or the instructions, you can actually read very detailed instructions. They did a really great job with these PDFs. You have 21 pages on this PDF report that walks you through exactly what the reporting requirements are, who is required to file, what is a reporting entity, like all this information. It's in here and it explains to you line by line if you're doing it with the PDF format. Every single page here kind of walks you through what every single line in the report is. There's also quick reference guides here if you're going to be doing electronic filing, so not the PDF but the electronic version. And if you go through this, there's actual screenshots. The same thing we're covering here. Screenshots you can print and you can go step by step and do the exact same thing that we're showing you in this video. Follow the instructions step by step. So the federal government really stepped it up on this one. I mean, it's kind of annoying that they make you do this report, but they actually walk you through what every form is going to look like. Okay. You can also search through them, look at the quick reference guides too. This is basically a 3-page report. It's actually a lot shorter, kind of walks you through that. So now I'm going to walk you through the small entity guides that they have here. Essentially, it's instructions in English, Spanish, a whole bunch of different languages. It's a pretty big PDF. Let me zoom in here. It's 57 pages. Okay, so if you want to go into the glory of all the details, you can do that. First page states that this is effective January 1st of 2024. So this is only for basically 2024 and on. You can go through the table of contents. For example, we'll start with, is my company a reporting company? And the very first chapter says not all the companies are required to report a BOI. Companies are required to do a BOI are called reporting companies. And if they don't qualify for an exception, they have to file. So Here's the next page. It basically says, is my company a reporting company? And if you read the specific document, it says a reporting company is an entity that meets the reporting company definition that doesn't qualify for a exception. There's both domestic and foreign. So there's actually two types of reporting entities. So if your company is neither a domestic reporting company or a foreign, then you don't have to do the BOI report. Now, basically, this little graph shows you, it's very easy to read. If the company does business or is formed in the US and it's a corporation, yes, it has to report is a domestic reporting company. If it's not a corporation but it's an LLC, then yes, it is one, unless it's one of those exceptions there, which is not filed through a Secretary of State. Okay, so the other ones are the foreign companies, which is any foreign company that does business in the United States. Okay, so here's a little bit more information on that. And then it talks about the exceptions. So the exceptions are a specific type of company. There's 23 exceptions. So as you can see through the list here, we have an entity that's labeled one of these things. Securities reporting issuer, government authority, bank, credit union, all these things. As you want to go through them. Essentially, these are businesses that already are federally regulated and they're already registered with the federal government. Only tricky one here is accounting firm, because this one concerns me and a lot of my colleagues. And essentially, when you actually go and read the details of the exceptions, because you can scroll down and you can see what every one of these exceptions mean once we scroll down. So let's go ahead and scroll down here and see every one of these exceptions. You can actually see securities issue reporter. It asks you, and there's yes and no questions to let you know. So every one of those exceptions have a set of questions that clarify what this means. But public accounting firm basically means it's registered in accordance to Section 102 Sarbanes-Oxley Act. So basically, these are all the large firms that do auditing for large businesses. So for the most part, essentially, small bookkeeping firms, small CPA firms, all are going to have to report. So you can read through all the exceptions there, and there's tons of other information in this document. So if you want to go in depth, you're welcome to do so. A couple other things worth mentioning here is the penalties. So this actually tells you if you don't file your form, you could get a fine up to 2 years in prison or $10,000. So I don't know how much they're going to enforce this, but essentially the federal government is wanting to or is requiring you to do that. Now, essentially, if any business owner that has 25% or more ownership interest, or what they're calling substantial control, are essentially the people that you're going to report in this filing. So the purpose of this filing, long story short, is to enter the company information and enter every single owner that, again, either has substantial control or at least 25% ownership in the business. So the document itself discusses what substantial control means if it doesn't qualify for the 25%. Again, if you want to get into details of this, you can. If you hire an attorney or an accountant to help you discern all this thing, I guess you can do that. But honestly, it's pretty straightforward. You got 25%, you're probably going to have to file. So let's go ahead and start the filing process. Okay, so let's go ahead and scroll down to file online, and we're going to click on prepare and submit BOIR, and then click on I agree. So the first thing it's asking you is, hey, is this an initial report or an update to an old report? And put the date and then click on next. So for most of you, this is 2024, brand new. This is going to be initial report. So we're going to start with that. Read the information at the bottom and then click on next. Okay. So once we click on next, the next page basically says, what is the reporting company name? Now I'm going to switch over to SunBiz, which is like where we register companies in Florida. And I'm doing this for an actual real company. So I'm going to paste in the company name where it says reporting company legal name. If there's a DBA or something, you would put that in there. And then we're going to put the EIN or the tax ID. Notice I'm literally just copy and pasting this from my registration in Florida. However, some states have this information public, some don't. So it depends really on what state you're in. And you're going to have to, let's remove the hyphen there. And you're going to have to get the legal name of the company, the EIN, and obviously the address. So you're going to have to get all those things in there. So we're going to put here, this is a US-based company. And we're going to put what state this was, where's the domestic address of the state, which is Florida-based. And then we're going to scroll down and essentially just put the physical address. Again, I'm going the shortcut way. I'm just copy and pasting this from the actual state register, right? Because all this stuff should match anyway. If you have a different address, obviously put the real address in there. But it happens to be that everything on the Florida public register for this corporation is the actual one. So we're gonna put that in there. So let's put here the state and the zip code. Okay, perfect. And we click on next. So the next sort of big question is this an existing company or a brand new company? So this is all existing companies created prior to 2024. I haven't done any brand new company. So we're actually gonna click on existing company. So this is all for companies created prior to 2024. So this is companies from 2023 and older. And then all we have to do is skip where it says company applicant information, because this company was created prior to 2024. And then we're gonna skip to the next page, which is where we put the actual beneficial ownership information. Okay, so we'll click on next, or click over to where it says beneficial owners. Click on that, and then we're gonna put each of the owners of this company. You could have more than one. Again, if you remember on the previous document, is anybody that has substantial control or 25% or more. So I'm gonna put my name, my date of birth. Obviously, this is not real, but post edit, I'm gonna put the real information in here so I can actually file it correctly. We'll put there the actual address of basically the owner. So we're putting the owner's address in here. Again, you want to put the real owner's address in here. That's your job, is to disclose this information. That's what the federal government wants to know. They want to know who's got substantial control over every entity in the United States. We're going to upload your either put your driver's license number or your passport number, and you're going to also upload that document. You're going to scan that document and upload it. Put here which is the sort of the issuing state of that document that you're going to upload, and then you basically click and drag or click or choose from folder, and you're going to send your driver's license or your passport, whatever identifying information you have, and then we're going to click on next. So after we finish this page, essentially this is all we have. Assuming this is only one owner, you would put that, but if you have more owners, you're going to go to add beneficial owner. Again, in some cases you can have up to 4, because it's 25% or more, or that concept of substantial control. So you're going to add this for every single owner that has substantial control or 25% or more. You can remove it if there's only one owner for this business. Then you're going to put your email address. Okay, you're going to confirm your email address in there. Okay, you can I copy and paste? Yes, I can. Then put your name, and you're essentially doing an electronic signature in here. You gotta confirm that you're human. So I gotta find the rabbit's eye, I guess, in here. That's pretty interesting. And we click on verify, and then we click on submit the beneficial ownership information report. And then as soon as you click submit, it's pretty fast. Again, this is all being done electronically. You should get a confirmation number. It takes, again, about a minute. You can copy that tracking information, or literally just print this page. Now you can, again, copy and paste that information somewhere. You can download the transcript. I would recommend this because this is kind of like your proof. This is like a copy of the tax return per se, of the reporting of what you reported. And pretty simple. It just contains a transcript of everything you sent. Obviously, if you make a mistake, go back and do an update. Or print this page as a PDF, I guess. Copy and paste that somewhere, or print it as a PDF. Okay, you really can't do much on this page other than that. And that's it. That's how you do your benefit ownership information in the FinCEN website. So You don't need to pay a professional. Okay, this is pretty simple. You can do this on your own. Hopefully, this walkthrough, it's good enough for you. Again, if you want to hire an accounting team or an attorney team, feel free to contact some. I own an accounting firm and I have a whole team that does this stuff, tax returns, bookkeeping, all that stuff. So I'll put my information in the description if you want to contact a professional accounting firm. Thank you. See you on the next one.